In today's video, we're going to take some off-the-shelf parts, weld them together, and we're going to make a cart for our welder and our generator. Stick around. I got a small little welding job to do today, and I said to myself, Paul, that's what I normally go by. I said, why don't we just build a cart for our welder, because getting this thing set up is a pain in the neck. I bought the welder over the winter, and it's been kind of sitting here on top of this box, but I'm not using it. And I also have a Honda generator that I need a place for. So I'm going to use this hand truck, and I'm going to make a two-wheel cart that I can put the generator on the bottom, put the welder on the top, and then I can just kind of stand it up over here in the corner and take up as little space as I can, because as you know, my garage is like super small. So I got a little welding project, and I thought maybe today might be the day. So here we go. The small welding project we're doing today, we're going to weld these washers on the end of this round stock. This is a hitch for a John Deere 1025R belly mower, and there's a loop that this thing sits in, and every once in a while when you hit a bump or you hit a piece of uneven ground, every once in a while it pops out. So we're going to just weld the washers on the end and see if we can't fix that, and then we're going to go ahead and build a cart. Tell you what, that titanium welder, that 110 titanium welder, works pretty goddamn good. Even though I had good penetration with the welding of the washers, I put a couple half-inch tacks on the inside just to make sure they don't fall off. And look at me, I'm old school. I can't get used to that new auto darkening helmet. I still do the helmet flip. Got all my helpers here today. Rufus, Echo, and Lucy. Alright, now that we've got that welding job done, we're gonna put this little one together. First thing we got to do is, there's a lot going on here in this neighborhood right now. I got over there mowing the lawn, I got the dogs going nuts, and I'm trying to focus on this, so bear with me. Anyway, we're gonna put these, we're gonna use these L brackets, and they're gonna get welded on like this. And then the welder is going to sit on top of these, and the hold on. All I'm going to do is take these L brackets. All I'm going to do is take these L brackets that I bought, and I'm going to weld them on to here. The welder's going to sit on the top, and the generator's going to sit on the bottom foot. I also bought some more L brackets, smaller of course, and this is going to hold the tank on the back of the cart. Anyway, bear with me. You'll see what I'm doing in a second. At this point, everything was going pretty well. I was going to use this grinder and get the paint or the powder coat off, and so I have a nice clean welding surface. And
It didn't work too bad on the L brackets, but the cart, I'm not sure what was on there, but all it did was gum up the flap wheel. So I got a little bit of it off, and then I did what anybody else would do. I just cranked up the heat on the welder and went for it.
The little titanium welder laid down some pretty good beads. I had that welder cranked right up. It was hot enough where I didn't meet the duty cycle of the welder, but I blew the breaker in the garage. So it was pulling some power for sure, but I've got the 4 welds on each bracket and we should be good to go. I'll clean it up later and paint it. All right, that welder is going to sit on here just like this. And this bracket right here has got another hole under here, so I may end up just drilling that out and putting some wing nuts in there to hold it on. But I think that's going to work good. The generator, which is back there, will go on. I think we're going to weld the back brackets on for the tank.
Most people have probably clicked off by now. But if you're still here, why don't you go ahead and hit that like button. And if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe. And even better, why don't you leave a comment and let me know what you think.
Okay, that's how I solved my welding cart issue. Got the generator on the bottom, the welder on top. I think it's going to work out good. Got to grind it down, probably give it a little bit of paint. Maybe put some hooks on here for hanging the cables on. Maybe create a spot to put my welding helmet, and maybe a small toolbox for some tools. But okay, the welder and the generator fit nicely on this wall. Instead of taking up 2 spots, I used to just keep the welder on top of the box, but now I can get rid of that. And everything just kind of stacks up here nice, out of the way. And that's what I did. That's how I made a welding cart for myself. All pre-made pieces. I just had to weld it together. And is it perfect? Absolutely not. Is it perfect enough for me? Yes, it is. And you can change it however you want to do for your own cart, but this is how I did mine. Thanks for watching.